What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color. Yes, this is a team game as Oranos from Team Clan DoD. It is Titou or Titou. Titou? Let's go with Titou. His partner in the purple color playing Loki is Spoeft, also from the DoD clan, and in the green color is Fox playing Isis. Their opponents today, in the yellow color, it is TSM Fen playing Zeus. Yes, Team TSM. On the west side of the map, in the blue color, wait, what? Hold on. Yes, Fen, and then player, TSM player, also playing Zeus in the blue color. And then in Teal, playing as Oranos from TSM, as well as Atlantis. This is a RTSL match, and I saw it and I saw the players in it and I'm like, I'm casting this. This is going to be great. These players are all high caliber players, and I think team games are just a little bit that more exciting because there's that much more action going on. And we'll see exactly how these guys play. Having two Zeus players on TSM's team means that they can send a scout into their opponent's base and quickly bolt off two of the villages that are in there and cause some real havoc early on. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing that strategy just yet, so they're going to be saving those bolts for something else. Also, having Oranos on your team means you get to see all of the town centers on the map. There's no town. It just helps a lot to have one Oranos player in a team game. From what I can see, if we go into the TSM player's perspective, we can also see that they can see all the town centers given by Atlantis. So that is that. The thing about, from my experience with playing team games on AOM and AOT, is that mobility is just that much more important. Your ability to attack with a partner at the same point and then be able to get back to your own base to defend against it when their partner reacts to a counterattack or something like that is very important, and especially because the map's so big. Having good mobility means that you're going to be able to do a lot of raids, because there's so many more villages than normal. Raids are so much more important and effective. More villagers means more spots to raid, means more damage dealt to your enemy economy, etc., etc. But that also means, in saying that walls are that much more important as well. So we're going to see, most likely, a lot of walling up. We do see a Loki player here. Loki's known for Herso raiding, and Herso raiding being extremely difficult to defend against on this map, especially, being Marsh. But it's just that much more difficult to defend against it, because Herso are difficult to kill. They have such movement speed with the Hall of Thanes upgrade and stuff like that. Oranos, on the other hand, also known for their mobility with Terma. They can just basically cause havoc just by running them around. There's not much faster than that in the early game, so they've got a real strong ability to raid early game. Zeus as well, with their centaurs and Hippocon. Hippocon not so much because they're kind of the slowest cavalry in the game, but centaur being, especially with the upgrade, being incredibly effective at raiding and stuff. You get two of them to kill off a villager with their special attack, and with two Zeus players, both probably going through Hermes, it's going to be, yeah, there's Hermes for TSM player, and we can jump over to Fen. We can also see him thinking about Hermes. I could be making it up, he might not be. Let's just jump through everyone and see what people are advancing through. We've got Prometheus for Titou, no surprises there. Fox going not yet through anything. Atlantis going through Prometheus. Again, no surprises. And Forcetti, no surprises from Spoeft. Fen again, not yet advanced. However, we'll see exactly what he does go through in the near future. He's getting out an early Jason, so he spotted a relic he wants, or he spotted the fact that he wants to do some early defending against something with that Jason, or putting on some early pressure. Who else? Fox. We do see Bast. Again, all these players playing what seems like very standard, very strong play. And while we're just going to jump right into it, because Forcetti jumping up here for Spoef. You've got two temples out. Probably auto-queuing those Herser from his temples there. He's got 7 villages on food. None on wood at the moment for some reason. He's going to be getting those villagers over there as soon as he can. Checking out that ox cart right there. and he's going to start auto-queuing what looks like dwarves onto his gold mine. And what that does, basically, is it allows him to spend all his food onto Herser, and then get all of the gold he needs to get dwarves and also support his Herser. And then once he gets enough villages on gold, he's going to start, dwarves on gold, he's going to start putting those dwarves to use onto the herdables. And later in the game, switch those herdabled dwarves onto gold, but he needs more gold for Battleborn and Heroic Age and things like that. So Fox now, in the Classical Age, through Bast, and we see TSM player also in the Classical Age. Let's jump over to him. He has produced a couple of those Centaur, and he's getting Sylvan Law here. You can see the Centaur moving around the map. This is going to be super difficult to actually spot what's going on all the time. To see that Atlantis has got some army sitting in his base, and he's basically just trying to get stuff happening. He's using Valor Power there to get that citizen working a little bit harder. We do see some of those relics getting picked up there. Arrows of Altar for Spoeft, giving him plus 20% building Pierce attack, and Fen getting Mithril Hell Shoes. Great relic on this map. Great relic for a team game, getting that 10% cavalry speed boost, meaning he's going to be able to do a lot more stuff. He can start chucking up some of those stables and getting them some Hippocon out. And we can see Spoeft starting to move out, trying to defend. He's probably spotted these running into his base at some point, and we can see that the Oranos Promethean Offspring, which was deleted to get that extra 0.5 speed boost, is going to be a pain. See these Centaur coming in now, right onto that line right there. It's just picking off those villages as soon as possible. Going to lose probably 2 here if he doesn't move them away. Managing to garrison them pretty quickly, saving the majority of those. Going to move this troll over here in order to try and deal with that. And see a bit of a fight coming on onto this side between the two Oranos players. Pretty interesting that they would be the ones to match up against each other. Generally, you have one 1v1 in this game in this type of map, and then a couple of 3v3s. A couple of 2v2s. So 1v1, a couple of 2v2s. But Spoeft double teaming already onto Atlantis here. Going to be able to retreat out there at the moment. And see Prosperity has gone down for Fox. Fox probably going to be doing that fast heroic action. There he goes, going through Nephthys. And he's going to get a Migdol up and start using some of those heroic edge units. The reason they're so good is because of their mobility. Again, we can see TSM players, Catastrophic Scout getting picked off there. And these Centaurs just going to be running around at the moment. Having Herser chase them is a pretty big deal. He's going to come in now, try and pick off another couple of these villages, and Spoeft not reacting to this too quickly. He's going to lose a couple of those villages if he's not careful. And there we go. Special attack does happen here, and those Centaurs just going to run around a little bit. And there we go. The Heroic Age for our ISIS player. What's his name? Fox? Yes, Fox. I got it. There we go. TSM player picking off a couple of those Herser of Spoeft. A little bit of a fight looking like it's going to happen here with Titou. Bit out of position here, and the Odysseus getting a couple of free shots onto that terminal there. He's just going to be moseying on through and doing what he can. I don't think he should be fighting this at all unless partners plan to use their god powers on this location, which in my opinion would be a bit of a waste. He's very out of position here. I'd split this army up and just kind of run away if I was him. Grabbing this second town center around the 8-minute mark. Atlantis not yet grabbing his second town center. No one else. Looks like Fen has got his second, and same as TSM player. So they're going to have a very strong economy, and if I'm not mistaken, Spoeft's going to be looking to get to that next age very soon. Getting his armory up right now. There we go. Standard sort of semi-fast heroic action here. This is actually kind of smart from Titou. What he's doing is he's distracting the entirety of TSM's army at the moment. So basically stopping them from putting any pressure on, and I think TSM player has decided that that is what's going on, and he's going to move away from that and just leave Teal to take that out. And we can see Spoeft actually might be able to pick off the Centaur here, managing to get one of his hammers. Oh, and he's going to pick them all off, and he gets a free troll for it as well. That's going to be a big win for Spoeft. Those Centaur were causing some real mischief there, and the walls pretty much stopped it, but killing them off is a great win for him at the moment. A little bit of a skirmish coming on over here with the army up here chasing this one, and Titou just defending here. He's got enough army here because there's so much chasing his army up here. Centaur again starting the raiding yet again, and now we see a bit of a double team here. Atlantis in a bit of a hard spot here with these Herso coming in to deal some real damage here. And here we go, Atlantis is going to be retreating away as soon as possible. We see the Centaur now picking off an Ulsark, and they're going to start working away at this wood line with Spoeft distracted with his army at the moment. He's going to lose a couple of villagers and an Ulsark there. Yeah, does lose one villager and an Ulsark with that raid. Unlucky for him. We see a bit of a raid coming on up here. Haven't seen much of this action between the ISIS player and Fox. Fox just kind of walking around here, and we see huge attack onto, or raid onto the base of TSM Fen. And so much stuff happening, and there we go. Ancestors Eclipse onto the base of Fen here, gonna be completely destroying this location here. There's not much in here at all. We do see the fight happening over here. The Herso of Spoeft need to get out of here before it's too late. Looks like more and more of the ISIS players' units streaming into this location. He doesn't have any siege here yet, so he needs to get these siege towers in to actually destroy some buildings. All of these ancestors taking the tower fire though, but it looks like the Hippocon getting completely destroyed by that eclipsed up Scorpion Man. A bit more raids happening here. It looks like that's been sorted out. The fight's going on over here. Looks like Titou trying to stop this location going up. There's not really enough units here at the moment, unfortunately, but looks like more of this is pushing in here. Fox kind of destroying this stable with one of these siege towers. Not really doing all that much. We see the heroic age from Spoeft now coming through. He's got access to flaming weapons. He's going to be moving in here, trying to pick off some of these stables and all that other good stuff. We see the, unfortunately, siege weapon there from Fox getting picked off by TSM player. Good work with that at the moment. Again, there's fights happening here. TSM player does cast ceasefire. That's going to allow Atlantis to grab his third town center, it looks like, and survive up here. But so much damage getting dealt there for TSM Fen. You can see his score has dropped by like 400 or something, something crazy like that. And interested to see if Spoeft decides to go straight to the Mythic Age here, which is a completely viable tactic because you get access to Fenris Wolf Broods if you go through Teal, and you get 3 times the amount of brooding with Fimbulwinter. You get all of these wolves here, here, and here. And all of this ceasefiring going on. Let's just have a quick look and see how good these guys' macro is. We can see it's okay. He's going alright with the upgrades. Spoeft falling behind as usual with the Loki player, not really focusing too much on that area. Standard Oranos players being bad, not upgrading their upgrades at all. And we can see player doesn't even have plow. These guys, what are you guys doing? We go. Fen's actually playing the best here in my opinion. But he's getting completely destroyed by Fox's ISIS. Fen needs to retreat back here. He needs to get his armies happening again. There's so many dudes here for Fox. Fox can just basically assert his dominance now. Just move in, destroy these walls, kill off all these houses, and then make a move on that town center, in my opinion. We see... Is that the hippo? No, whatever. We can see Spoeft picking off... we can see player picking off some of Spoeft's houses there, and Titou trying to grab this town center. It might get spotted by Atlantis, it looks like it is, and he's going to have to try and defend that. There are some trolls here though, they might be able to deal a little bit of stuff. See some battle balls now pumping out for Spoeft, so he's going to stay in the heroic age with that in mind. You have to realise as well that flaming weapons is kind of useless at this point because there's still a ceasefire, which can get used soon if we chuck, I don't think I can see it. There's still one ceasefire to go, so we can use that to sort of survive here. And there we go, TSM Fen using that ceasefire. It's kind of not a good thing to be using ceasefire defensively like this, because it basically just means you getting an extra minute of no fighting to rebuild your army, and then you have to fight right after that. So you've got a minute to build up to catch up to 145 pop that Fox will have, which is going to be extremely difficult, just because it really is. Anyways, we can see more stables going up, and he's just trying to hold on here, and it's not looking good. Not gonna lie, for Team TSM, when you see this many siege towers and Migdol strongholds going up in your face, it's gonna be difficult to hold on. So basically, the hope of TSM is going to be player getting to the Mythic Age and trying to push through with just a huge economy, because he hasn't been touched yet. Does look like a Herso moving in here trying to be sneaky. If he can get a myth unit spawn with that Herso onto this gold mine, that's going to be a pretty nice thing. But Battle Ball is going to come in now, and these guys are just fighting away here and trying to, I don't know, trying to hold on a little bit longer. All these cavalry doing work against these medium hippocon. Even though they do have a couple of those armory upgrades, it's not going to be enough because cavalry are just that much stronger than medium hippocon. You need to upgrade them to the heavy hippocon if you want to do anything. And with mercenary cavalry coming in at the moment, so much pain coming on defend. These Hersa are coming out now, attempting to pick off some of these other hippocon and doing what they can. But it looks like this game is just about over. It's not holding on here at all. Fox is absolutely huge. Got no resources in the bank because he's spending them all on this push. Obviously, if Fen does hold this off, he's going to be in a nice place because Fox has just spent all of his gold. But these siege towers completely pushing through here. Player and Atlantis not going to be able to spend anything over here to help. Flaming Weapons has been cast. It's going to give him so many myth unit spawns. If we jump over the Spoeft perspective, he does have a little bit of pop space. Each time his Herso die, another Herso will spawn more myth units. Fen does tap out. So it's GG. Mountain Giant spawning there. Titou going through Heroic Age into Thea. Player tapping out, and it's just Atlantis left. He's going to say, I can't do anything to help these guys. I did get to the Heroic Age though. Plant my tree down. Not plant my tree down, and he does tap out. GG. Thank you guys for watching this game. If you liked it, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.